Next we have to continue theorem. Next we have to continue third year maths, and the subject is real analysis 1 theorem. In any metric space m comma row, both m and the empty set empty are open sets. Proof: if x belongs to m, then every open ball b of x exists or is contained in caps M. Hence, caps M is open. The empty set empty is open simply because there are no x in empty, and hence every x belongs to empty satisfies the condition. Any number of open sets together and obtain a new open set. The union of finitely many, countably many, or even uncountably many open sets is again an open sets. Hence the proof. Next theorem: let f caps F be any non-empty family of open subsets of a metric space caps M, then union of G belongs to caps F. G is also an open subset of caps M. Proof: let H equal to union of G belongs to caps F caps G. So assume that at least one G belongs to caps F is not empty. Choose any x belongs to H. We must show that there is an open ball B of exists or contained in caps H. But if x belongs to H, then x belongs to G for some G belongs to caps F. Since G is open, there is some B of exists or with B of exists or contains G, but G contains H, and so B of exists or contains H. Hence the proof. Next theorem. This is the important theorem. Every subset of Rd is open. We showed that all one-point subsets of Rd are open, but any subset G of Rd is obviously a union of such sets. Then G is open. The intersection of an infinite number of open sets in a metric space is always open. If In denotes the open interval -1 by n, 1 by n, then intersection of n varies from 1 to infinity. In contains only 0 and is therefore not open. Hence the proof. Next theorem: if this is the important theorem, if G1 and G2 are open subset of the metric space caps M, then G1 intersection G2 is also open. So as proof, assume that G1 intersection G2 is not equal to empty. If G1 intersection G2, we must find an open ball B of exists or contained in G1 intersection G2. Since x belongs to G and since x belongs to G1 and G1 is open, there is a ball B of exists R1 with B of exists R1 contains G1. Similarly, there is a ball B of exists R2 with B of exists R2 contains G2. R equal to minimum of R1 comma R2, then B of exists R is contained in G1 and G2, and thus B of exists R contains G1 intersection G2. Hence the proof. So next, closed sets. Definition: let E be a subset of the metric space caps M. A point x belongs to caps M is called a a limit point of E if there is a sequence xn n equal to 1 to infinity of points of cap C which converges to x. The set E of all limit points of E is called the closure of E. Next important theorem statement is, if E is any subset of a metric space capsium, then E bar is closed, that is E bar equal to E double bar. Proof: since E bar contains E double bar, to prove E bar contains E double bar, so any x belongs to E double bar, to show that x belongs to E bar, it is enough show that any open ball B of exists to R contains a point of cap C. Since x belongs to E double bar, the ball B of exists to R contains a point y belongs to E bar. Let S is equal to rho of x comma y and choose any positive number plus with let S is equal to rho of x comma y and choose any positive number plus with plus is less than or minus s. Since y belongs to E bar, the ball B of y is to t contains a point z belongs to E, but rho of x comma y equal to s, rho of y comma z equal to z is less than t is less than or minus s, and so rho of x comma z is less than or equal to rho of x comma y plus rho of y comma z, rho of y comma z less than r s plus r minus s. S cancel, remaining value is equal to r. Hence z belongs to B of x is to r. Thus B of x is to r contains a point of cap C, hence the proof. Next important theorem, if F1 and F2 are closed subsets of the metric space capsium, then F1 union F2 is also closed. Proof: let x belongs to F1 union F2 whole bar, then there is a sequence x and n equal to 1 to infinity of points in F1 union F2 converging to x, but x and n varies from 1 to infinity must have a subsequence consisting wholly of points in F1 or a subsequence consisting of points in F2. Since any subsequence of x and n equal to 1 to infinity must converge to x, this shows that either x belongs to F1 equal to F1 or x belongs to F2 equal to F2. So thus x belongs to F1 union F2, x belongs to F1 union F2, hence F1 union F2 contains F1 union F2 whole bar, hence the proof. Thank you, students.